because I lost my family back before.
Right.
I'm so hurt. I'm so depressed. Even I try to kill myself. So many things, situation in myself. That's why I don't want to happen with me, like inside, like when I don't want to lose her because I love her.
My ex-husband is coming to visit me.
Where? This house?
Okay, well, we're also gonna meet your ex-husband, Leandro. You say that you two are just friends, but he's coming to Ethiopia to visit you. Do you see why Biniyam and his sisters have a concern?
I mean, I see why Biniyam is concerned. If he wasn't concerned at all, it would be weird, right? But I mean, he should be concerned. His sister should, I don't know if that's really, to say it's not to say it's not their, a little bit, it's not their business, because it is my friendship, it is my past and my present. A lot of people, I tell Vinny, like, a lot of people don't get along with their exes, and I get along great with my ex. That should be like a positive thing, like a white flag, not a red flag.
Biniyam, did you ever think about just telling Ari no, he can't come? Or did you want to see this man in person?
Yeah, I wish I would. I would tell her like I don't want because of my culture. Like for me, like in my culture, like it's weird, like something. It's very hard for me, like that situation.
How would you feel, Ari, if the roles were reversed?
Well, hey, actually, I can answer this question very well because Biniyam was dancing with his ex-girlfriend, his dance partner, playing butt bongos and everything. And what did I do? I smiled. I said, "Wow, babe, great job." So I think it's time that Biniyam experienced a little bit of the same.
That is a great point. That totally slipped my mind. And mind you, while we're on it, Biniyam, what was up with that? Were you thinking in that moment, like, hey, my woman is watching me with my ex and I'm sitting here playing drums on my ex's butt?
Me and my ex-girlfriend, like, we didn't go like too much, like for relationship. Ari, she have a very relationship with the ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm so jealous because we have communication. If he close too much, I don't want if he start again, and then I don't want to lose back my family because I lost my family back before.
Right.
I don't want to lose again. That's why I'm so worried.
Why do you think you keep running into that same scenario? But you haven't ran into it again. I guess you're just afraid to.
You meet an American girl,
Right?
And then you get pregnant, and then and now you're with me, and then you meet another American girl.
Then you're afraid of losing her.
Are you afraid of this? You're afraid of the same thing happening again?
Because when I let my relationship, when I lost, I'm so hurt. I'm so depressed. Even I try to kill myself. So many things, situation in myself. That's why I don't want to happen with me, like inside, like when I don't want to lose her because I love her. She give me baby, like something. I don't want to lose her. That's why this.
Wow.
But I want to say though that this season is going to be definitely entertaining, partially because my ex-husband Leandro is really a character.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. I'm curious though, if you don't mind sharing, Ari, what happened? Because you guys were married for 10 years, right? So what was it that made you realize, okay, we're better off as friends?
Well, it's kind of a weird situation, like what happened with me and my ex-husband, because we don't have like any animosity towards each other. I think we got married when we were really young. I was 19 years old. So it was like, at that time, I didn't even know what it really meant to get married. I just knew like, I want to be with my best friend forever. I don't want us to be separated. So let's get married. And I think as we like grew older, we realized like there's so many things we didn't experience in life. And like, if we stay, maybe staying together as husband and wife is not really the best thing for us. But I think we kind of explored a little bit in the season, like, me and Leandro get a chance to kind of talk about it. And I get a chance to kind of hear his perspective because I didn't really know. Like at the time, I learned some things even. I'm sure I'll learn more things watching the season.
Wow. And just hearing it, it doesn't open up any old feelings. Like, I just think that's so mature. What you're doing is so mature.
Well, like I always say, I know I'm not perfect and, no one is perfect. So I'm sure I made a ton of mistakes in my past relationship. And yeah, it definitely does open up. Like when you see someone that you haven't seen in a while and you're in a new relationship, it kind of does open up like some thoughts like, oh, like it kind of made me realize and focus like on some of possibly the traits that I have that I should work on, you know, seeing him again. And then it also made me feel bad because I started wondering maybe, you know, maybe even though it's all over, are there still unresolved feelings maybe on his part? So we talk about, I think, a lot of that stuff this season.
Well, Benny, after meeting Leandro, how do you feel about him? I mean, do you see why he and Ari are such good friends? Has it made you trust her more? How do you feel about him?
I don't know, it's very hard for trust him because, especially for me, like, even I say that because especially they talking like Spanish, you know, like for a long time the Spanish. That's for me is very hard. Like, you know, what is I don't know what is they talking about because it's not my language. That's why just more he make me like more jealous. Yeah.
Fair. He talks a lot.
He's a talker. Well, we saw that a moment where neither of you were talking, but you were fighting. You, Biniyam, and Leandro. What can you tease about that?
I want to be like tough, and then just I want to show him like a man. I'm a man. Come on, talk to me. Like that's what I want to try to. I'm sorry, baby.
I'm sure he would understand though. Ari, does he understand Biniyam's position?
Yeah, I think he definitely would. You know, the funny thing is when I was with Leandro, like I never felt like he was jealous of anything that I did. And I always wondered like, why is he not jealous of me? Now I'm with Binny and I'm always like, why is he not jealous? And it's just now I'm understanding, you are so jealous.
Of course he's jealous.
Of course I love
See
you.
that clear as day.
Oh, did you hear that? He said he loves me.
Aww. We know that.
I think this season, like some of it is going to be hilarious. Like there's some moments, like cross-cultural moments where you're like, oh my God, is this really happening? And then unfortunately, there's also, well, or fortunately, depending for the viewer, there's also some really emotional moments. You know, my son, obviously, he gets sick and I have to take care of that. And then, you know, me and Biniyam really had to make a decision what was the best thing for Abby to do. And then me and Biniyam, we had a lot of really difficult moments this season. And, you know, it's really, I think it's going to be really difficult for the both of us to relive it and to rewatch it. So on one hand, it's going to be like, there's going to be some really funny things. I can't wait to see them. And on the other hand, I don't know how much I'm looking forward to reliving some of our more sad moments.